Hi guys, let's take a drive together while I tell you how to actually build real wealth as a woman in this day and age. Let's go. We're actually gonna go, and I need coffee because I had literally 4 hours of sleep and I need coffee. But I'm like, let me talk to my people. I haven't talked to you guys in a minute, and tell us a little bit about things that I have done and women should do to actually build wealth in today's age. And these are not for men, these are for women. So if you're a girl and you're like, I want to build wealth, I want to make a lot of money, I want to live the lifestyle, I want to have the nice cars, the nice houses, this video is for you. And if you guys don't know, I have made millions of dollars by the time I was 23. I am 26. I'm gonna turn 27 in literally 4 days. By the time this video probably is gonna be up, I will be 27 years young, old, whatever you want to call me. It's fine. At least we're making money and we look good doing it. I had absolutely no parents' help. My parents, we had a roof over our head. Dad was working. I was, having food on the table every single day. Very hardworking parents, but nothing out of the ordinary until actually my dad's business went downhill. And then it was like worst case scenario. Everyone has to work to provide for the family because we're broke. No trust fund, no nothing. And I had to grow up so fast. At like 18 years old, I moved from Saudi to Canada to study university. And that's when my dad's business went downhill. That's when I'm like, okay, time to grow up fast because someone has to provide for not only me, but my siblings were 4. And my parents did not speak really good English, so it's not like it was possible for them to really work in Canada. So someone had to do it. And it was me and my older brother were grinding, but that all made me grow up so fast. So this is just the first tip that I want to talk about beside the points. When you go through crisis in life, you will grow so much faster. When you look at people and you're like, wow, you're 18 and you're making all this money, you're 25, and just know they got there because they've been through life. When you go through life, you end up growing up fast. So if you are going through something, maybe right now, financial crisis, whatever crisis, just know that God made that happen so you can grow and elevate, and then you're going to be rewarded with everything that you deserve in this life. But here are some tips to actually make some real wealth as a woman. So the first thing that I had to learn at a young age is your parents' advice will most likely keep you broke. Not only parents, like people that are around you, unless they have had so much success in an area, in an industry that you can also recently have success in, why would you take advice, right? My parents, I can learn how to love from them. But money, they've never made the millions, they've never had the lifestyle. So why would I take advice about money from people that have never been where I wanted to go? So I understood that at a young age, and I was very, very selective. My friends would tell me advice. One of my friends was like, Afnan, I don't think you should learn about the financial markets. At that point, I was learning about the financial markets. She's like, I don't think you should learn about the financial markets. I think you should be like a fashion stylist. I see you in fashion. Maybe that came out of love, but I can almost guarantee you if I followed that advice, I would not have been where I am today. I would have probably been maybe working at retail as a stylist, probably making $60,000 a month, $70,000 on a great month, $6,000 a month. Wow, this is when you know I'm wired to think like that. Sorry, I meant making $60,000 a year or $70,000 on a great year. Today, a $70,000 month is a horrible month in my life. Like, what did we do wrong to make only that much? But that only happens when you don't listen to people. Even if they see something for you, follow always your instincts, follow your gut, because God gave you the vision for people to not understand it, and that's fine. And this will happen at many stages in your life. When I started learning about the financial market, doing social media, my parents were like, go to school, finish university. And I'm like, I'm not finishing university. Like, I just know there is more. And they're like, but have a backup plan. You never know. You never know. Actually, I do know, because this all life is in my control. Whatever I do, it's in my control. Whatever skills I learn, in my control. Whatever jobs I do, in my control. Whatever money I make, it's in my control. You just need to learn, what do rich people and wealthy people actually do say and think. At every level, you're gonna feel like, oh my God, I need to do this, but no one around me is supporting, no one thinks it's a great idea, and that's probably when you actually need to do it. Even at where I am today, a couple months ago, I launched a new business and everyone around me was like, don't do it. And thank God I am just that stubborn girl that never listens to nobody, let alone people that have never been where I am. Actually, some of the people that told me also, don't do this new business, they are successful people, like people that have made millions of dollars, but their version of success is not my version of success, and I had to understand that. So I understood that I should not wait, number one, for approval. I had to unlearn obedience because women, we were taught to be obedient our whole life, and nothing wrong with being obedient. But when it comes to money, when it comes to creating wealth, yeah, you cannot afford to be obedient whatsoever. So I had to unlearn my feminine instincts when it comes to money. The second thing that I had to understand is that there is double standards when it comes to women making money, and we have to work double or triple as hard as men to earn as much and to be respected and be taken seriously as much. Now, what could I have done about it? I could have cried about it. I could have been, oh my God, that's not fair, la la la, why is life like this, and just, yell my lungs out on social media, it's not fair, it's not fair. Or I could have just actually worked hard, double, triple, where I know I definitely earned it, I definitely deserve it, and just still make as much money. Sometimes, instead of changing the whole world, it's powerful to just change your own situation. So I understood that, and I remember I had to literally post as much to get the same amount of views as, some of my friends that are men. When I'm posting on social media, I had to be extremely careful because this is the thing, right? If a woman posts, for example, a man, or talks about relationships, or is like loud or is bold, what is the stereotype? Oh, she's masculine. Oh, she's not a good girl. There's always so much judgment around women that it's not the same with men. Men can say anything. Men can literally say anything on social media. They can do anything. They can be rude. It will still be almost okay versus a woman doing it. How we dress, what do we say, the words, the music we listen to. There is a lot that comes from like the outside, and even in business, when I do meetings with men, they look at me like, oh, this cute little Afnan. I'm always underestimated. But it's like, okay, that's fine to be underestimated. I look at the positive side of being underestimated, which is people will tell you their business secrets because they think, oh, you can't do anything with that information. This little girl, what is she gonna do with this crazy information that maybe they charge thousands and thousands of dollars for? But best believe, I do everything with every information that I actually get. I learn and I apply right away, and then boom, end up surpassing all of them. Any situation I'm looking, what's the gift in this? Perfect, I'm underestimated. It makes the game more fun because if people expect like, yeah, she's so smart, of course she's gonna be successful. I mean, where's the fun in that? So we have to play by different financial rules as women, and that will include working harder, being extremely careful, investing more, doing all of these things. But it's like, okay, just do it and watch how amazing life gets when you actually create the wealth versus crying why men can do this and women cannot. Now, when you're a woman and there is, first generation wealth that you are creating as a woman, there's gonna be a lot of expectations. There's a lot of judgments, how you move, what do you do with the money, how you spend it, who you giving the money to. I just need you as a woman to truly just shut off your emotions when it comes to that. People are gonna judge, whether it's family, whether it's people that you have no idea who they are, relatives. They're gonna judge, they're gonna have something to say, and the more you let it affect you, the more it's gonna drain your energy and you're not gonna be able to focus on work. What I did is like, okay, they're gonna judge. Let me give everyone a show and sit down with myself and see, what do I want to be known for? What makes me happy? What do I want to do with my life? Because once you know that, then you live in your full authentic self, and that's what I always aspire to be. Maybe I do bad decisions here and there. Maybe I say the wrong things. Maybe I wear the wrong things here and there. But I was my authentic self, and I grow. And as I grow, I change, regardless if someone is judging me or not. I'm just becoming a better person every single day. And that includes looking back at your moves that you've done, things that you've done, and you're like, okay, well, I could have done better. And that is totally fine. I just want you guys to give yourself some grace. It's okay. It's okay. It's just life. Don't take it too serious. Make a lot of money and love on your loved ones. And just know that we're all gonna die one day. So, fuck it. Now, another thing, most women are taught to be financially humble. We tend to downplay our success, be like, oh, it's not a big deal. Oh yeah, I just made that much. Oh, I just bought this car. It's like we're programmed to not be flashy, because apparently flashy means you're arrogant, and who does she think she is? Who bought it for her? It's not her. She's probably doing something shady. On the other side, you literally see men, every car they buy, everything they do, they are literally flashing it, talking about it. They tell people how much they make, show the watches, they show the cars, they show the houses. And even in their conversations, when they're sitting at tables, at dinners, they're talking about money, they're talking about businesses, they're talking about goals, they're talking about all of these things. And why is that not a show off? And when a girl is like, oh, I love waking up in a Pikachu Lamborghini, then that's a show off. So I need us to not be humble about our success. Talk about how good you are. Talk about your skills. Talk about what makes you different than other people. Talk about everything that you've achieved and that you are achieving with literally your chest up. Talk about the expensive things that you buy yourself. Don't be humble. Why are we being humble? That is actually inspiration to the other women that are looking at you and like, wow, I want to be like her when I grow up. If someone is like, oh, she's so arrogant, who cares? Men do it, and men make more money when they are not humble and when they flash their success and their skills and how amazing they are and how good of speakers and businessmen they are. We gotta start doing the same. And then boundaries around your business and your money is extremely important. You have to learn to say no and be okay with no and not feel guilty. If a family member is asking you for money, depending on what family member it is, and you feel like, you know what, I don't want to give them the money. Of course, that's totally your business. I'm not going to ask, what do you do and what do they need the money for? But if you feel like, oh, I don't want to give them the money, they didn't do XYZ. If you just feel like, I don't want to give them the money, it will be a straight no, and that's it. You don't have to justify. You don't have to explain. You don't have to tell them why. Please refuel. Immediately. We have 0 kilometers. 0 kilometers is crazy. But usually when they say 0 kilometers, there's still at least 5 kilometers. Yes, guys, we made it to the gas station. But this is your sign to fill up your gas. And I love Dubai because as a girl, you don't get up and touch that dirty. It's just not feminine to like touch and wipe and like fill up the car. That's such a masculine thing. So we leave that for the men. And in Dubai, they have people specifically to do that. And I love that for us.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, brother. Okay, all fueled up. We're not stranded. Back to what I was saying before that was interrupted. One thing that you're gonna have to realize when you're building wealth is you will have to become a different version of yourself. In other words, people are gonna tell you, you have changed, you're acting different, you're moving different. And to people that have already known you for such a long time, to them, that's an inconvenience because they liked you for the person that you were. People don't like when people change. How do I say this in the nicest way possible? In this life, you live for yourself. I just understood. Am I gonna be someone who is, oh, you want me to be that version of myself? Okay. You want me to do XYZ? Okay. Making sure everyone is happy about my decisions and what I do with my life. Meanwhile, my own life that I live it once, I am not happy and satisfied. I wake up every single day miserable, overworked, because my whole life I was trying to, not tiptoe on no one's toes, not do nothing wrong, not say the wrong things to offend nobody. No. Since I was younger, I was like, I am gonna make sure I have the best life ever. Number one, the most important person in my life is myself. And I need you to have the same mindset, as in the most important person in your life as well should be yourself. Now, if you have kids, I'm pretty sure things get a little bit different. But even then, you have to be important in your life. Stop being this selfless person. Let me give everyone everything, and I'm the last person to think about myself. I don't do that. No, I wake up and I'm like, how can I make myself prettier? How can I make myself happier? How can I make myself stronger? How can I make myself smarter? How can I make myself more money? And when you become selfish about your own goals, your own time, your own all of these things, you start accomplishing so much, because we don't realize how much time we're giving. Like, especially women, we give so much time of, oh, let me be on the phone and talk to my girl and listen to her whine about someone that she was, a man that broke her heart, for like 10 days straight, talking about the same thing, repeating the same scenarios. That is a waste of your time. You are literally not being selfish about your time, your energy. And it's like, oh, let me be there for my friend. No, being there for your friend means telling her that you deserve better in this life. Move on. There's no point of repeating history, repeating the same patterns, talking about the same situation over and over and reliving it. There's no point. That's what a good friend would do. Not just let me listen to her talk about the same situation over and over and just waste my time, waste her time, waste all our lives over this man that we don't know. You have to become a different person. You have to change. You have to be selfish. Who do you want to be? What do you want in this life? And stick to it. And people will tell you, you change. You're different. Who does she think she is? Someone 3 months ago, they were like, remember who you are. You just started making money a month ago. Don't be acting like this. And I'm like, how am I acting? But that just showed me their resentment of, oh, they were a supportive friend, quote unquote. But no, they were watching me be successful, make more money than them, and low-key feeling a little some type of way about it. And of course, that's always, especially with men. If you listen, you'll see what people's intentions are, and they become more clear when you out-earn them. When you go to a next level and you do better, they have a lot to say. Because that's the only thing that's going to make them feel better about them not doing as good as you are. Which is sad. I think they should be learning from you instead of putting you down. And that also leads me to my last point. You, as a woman, trying to build wealth, you have to be okay with being a little lonely in some time frame or seasons in your life. There's gonna be seasons where you outgrew your old friends, but you're not there yet to have these new elite friends. Basically, you're gonna be in that phase where it's like, no one understands me, no one relates to me, and it's gonna be very, very lonely. But the longer you stick to it and you don't go back to your old friends and waste time because you know you're not aligned with them anymore, the faster you're gonna get to this new circle of friends that are amazing and that help each other grow and run $1 million businesses and so on and so forth. It's okay to feel lonely. And there's also seasons, even if you have friends, there's gonna be seasons where you have to be in isolation to be laser focused. I have I'm like, what is that? But it was the thing. Wow, that's the helicopter that we were supposed to be at yesterday, but we didn't fly with it. They canceled our helicopter because the weather was not good, but now we're in the same location and the helicopter is kind of cool, low-key. Hi there.
Hi, good afternoon.
Can I have iced Americano, please? Small. But yeah, you're gonna have to be okay with loneliness, with isolation, because again, people don't understand where you're going, where you're heading, why you're moving certain way, why you're thinking about certain things, because the vision is yours, the success is yours. And you're gonna feel like, am I doing the right decision? Am I on the right path? Because no one understands me, and you're gonna doubt yourself. But this will be your sign to just trust your instincts, trust where you're going and where you're heading, and just do it. The answers will come along the way if you are patient enough. Here's the thing as well. When it comes to money, when it comes to creating wealth, mostly it's mindset, mostly it's habits, mostly it's thoughts. Then the strategy comes. If you don't have none of that, you can have the strategy and you still won't make nothing work. How are you?
I'm good.
Thank you. And I know it sounds cheesy, like, oh, more mindset, more this. Can you just show me step by step how do I make money? I can guarantee you, I will show you step by step what to do every single time, and you will still fail if this is not fixed and you don't have the right expectations. Thank you so much. Have a good day. You can have all the tips in the world, all the strategies on actually making money. You might make money, but you will end up losing it because you're like, wow, I didn't know success is this. I don't want this. So make sure you fix your mindset. Take every risk out there possible. Follow your instincts as a woman because that is literally your God-given gift. And that is my coffee. I like my coffee black. No sugar, no milk. Sometimes ice, sometimes hot. Oops. But that's how I like my coffee. Simple, yet effective. Cheers. Thank you guys for coming on this drive with me. I felt entertained. And let us know down below if you have more financial tips that you do as a woman that keeps you always making a lot of money. And let us also know if you want more car rants with Afi. I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao, ciao. Oh, fire. This is good. It's like so bitter and like it just hits you like this. I'm alive. One sip. When you put milk, it makes it not the same. But this, because it's so strong, I'm awake. You can take over the world right about now. Let's go! Corsa mode. Not me doing this in front of the police. Anyway, bye guys.